Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Carolyn. I'm here to talk to you today about stress. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how stress eating can actually help you, and also what is stress eating and why do we eat under stress. So that's the topic of today's video. So I know stress can be difficult to define because it has so many causes and it's different for different people. But I think you know what stress feels like, and you also have probably experienced how stress can wear you down physically, emotionally, and even spiritually. But I want to just start out by saying don't knock stress eating. One of the most common ways that we deal with stress is by overeating. And eating can be a way to numb ourselves when we don't want to feel what we're feeling. And it can give us temporary comfort. So stress eating isn't necessarily a bad thing, but stress eating is a problem if it is your only way to deal with stress, if it's your default mechanism. Now, comfort foods are part of the body's inherent feedback system to help you return to balance. When stressed, you eat comfort foods like, I don't know, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, chocolate, whatever your favorite is, apple pie. And these foods make you feel better for a time by stimulating the dopamine reward centers in the brain. But if you do this over and over, the balancing system no longer works in your favor. So that's good to know. Stress is the number one cause of emotional eating and binge eating. When you're under stress, like something happens at work, your boss yells at you, that's called acute stress. And that leads to the fight, flight, or freeze reaction. Basically, your body prepares itself to run or to fight, or it kind of goes into hibernation. But in the acute phase, there's a release of adrenaline, and that adrenaline causes your heart to race, your respiratory rate to go up. You may get sweaty palms. You may have butterflies in your stomach. That's all what happens in the fight, flight, or freeze reaction. And sometimes this can be associated with a loss of appetite. However, if stress becomes chronic, if it continues, like an illness in a loved one or a prolonged grief from the loss of someone, then cortisol is released. And that's the other stress hormone. Cortisol will stimulate appetite, makes you feel hungry all the time, and makes you more likely to crave comfort foods and may affect your weight as well. Cortisol is also associated with higher risk for depression. And as we know, depression and stress eating can go hand in hand as well. So there are three ways to deal with stress eating. One is get some social support. Tap into sources of social support, either family, friends, clergy, workmates, whoever you feel you can trust and you feel safe and secure with. That's really important in managing stress and helping you cope with food and body image issues. Number two, avoid eating when you're tired. Now, when you're stressed to the max, you may feel tired and have very low energy, but don't mistake this for physical hunger. So if you're not sure, you can always have a snack rather than sitting down to a large meal that you've already committed to. So have a snack, and if your hunger goes away, you know that it probably wasn't, it probably was related to stress. And number three, prioritize your own well-being. One source of stress is that we always put other people first, and we don't take good care of ourselves. So when you feel stressed, do something to take care of yourself. Get a massage, see your chiropractor, take a bubble bath. Take some time to reset and replenish your energy. And I want to do that with you right now. If you can just take a moment where you can be in a private place, sit in a comfortable chair or lay down somewhere where you can feel comfortable and not be interrupted. Uncross your hands and legs, and if you're comfortable, close your eyes. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, just stare at a point straight in front of you while we do this guided exercise. So I want you just now to imagine yourself on your favorite beach. Maybe a beach you visited, or maybe just a picture you've seen in a magazine. So as you walk down the beach, find a comfortable spot that's warm and lay down on the sand. Now I want you just to take a couple of deep breaths in, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's do 2 more of those together. Now with your next breath in, just allow your jaw to relax, your eyebrows to relax, your tongue to fall into the bottom of your mouth. And with the next breath, just let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Just let those shoulders relax. Now breathing into your chest and your belly, and then exhaling. And let your chest and your belly relax. And the next breath going into your hips, your thighs, the backs of your legs, all the way to the tips of your toes. And just notice the feeling of warmth laying on the sand. You may feel also the warmth of the sun just spreading across your body. Look up into the sky and see the beautiful white clouds floating across a blue sky. And as you take another deep breath, just feel as if your body is melting into the sand. If you have any thoughts cross your mind, just allow them to move past without you having to capture them or focus on them. Now notice the feeling of the warm air blowing across your body. And again, just take another deep breath in. Exhale. And your body should now feel very heavy and relaxed. Whenever you're ready, you can bring yourself back to the room where you're sitting. Take another deep cleansing breath and open your eyes whenever you're ready. That's called a mini vacation, and it's something you can do at work, at home, when the kids are yelling, when your husband is grumpy, or the people you work with are having trouble. Just take a mini vacation and go to your favorite beach to relax. You can see it doesn't take long, and it's all something you can do to help you deal with your stress. So I hope that was helpful. In the next video, we're going to be talking about stress and burnout. It's called Are You Stressed Out and Exhausted? And in that video, we'll talk about how stress can affect your eating patterns. Does stress cause food addiction? And how to find more stress relief. So I want to ask you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on your notification icon so you can get notified immediately to upload the next video. Thank you for listening. It's Dr. Carolyn, and I will talk to you next time.